Once upon a time, there was an old couple who didn't have a child. They lived in a small house near the village forest. Please, give us a child, they asked God every day. One day, from the household Shinto altar, they heard a cute cry. Wah, wah. They looked and saw a crying baby who looked just like a little finger. This child must be a gift from God. Thanks to God, we will call this child Issumboshi, they said. They raised Issumboshi with much care, but Issumboshi never grew bigger. Hey Issumboshi, do you want to be eaten by a frog? Issumboshi was always being bullied by the children of the village and often went home feeling unhappy. Grandmother would make some big rice balls and encourage him. Eat a lot and grow up quickly, grandmother said. One day, Issumboshi said, I will go to the capital to study and become a respectable person. Then I will come back. Grandfather and grandmother were worried about him, but Issumboshi's mind would not be changed. At once they began to prepare for his trip. Issumboshi seated a needleswork in a straw case, put on a cap for a sage hat, and started out with a chopstick staff in high spirits. I'm going now, Issumboshi said. Is he safe with such a small body? Grandfather and grandmother asked as they saw him off. Issumboshi went on the trip with a big wish in a small body. At last Issumboshi reached the capital city and anchored under the bridge. Then he climbed up to the railing and viewed the town. There is fine palace over there, I shall ask them at once. At long last Issumboshi arrived at the palace. Excuse me, but I want to meet the feudal lord. The lord came to the door. What? Who's there? Here I am, at your feet. Oh, how small! Why do you want to meet me? Please, let me be your retainer. I wonder if your very small body can do anything. I'll stay in your pocket and guard you from all harm. When Issumboshi said so, a bee came buzzing by. Yeah, Issumboshi yelled, stabbing the bee. Bravo! I implore you. It would be good if you become the prince's man. Oh, what a cute fellow he is, sighed the princess, putting Issumboshi on her palm. I will defend you upon my life, sighed Issumboshi. The princess liked Issumboshi and she taught him reading, writing, and further studies. Further, Issumboshi practiced prancing very hard in order to be strong. One day, the princess went out to worship at the Kiyomizu temple. Suddenly, there was a strong wind and some demons appeared. The leader of the demons tried to grab the princess. Help me, she screamed. Issumboshi tried to help her, but the demon choked him and threw him into his mouth. Issumboshi, who was swallowed, jumped and chopped the demon's stomach. The demon rolled over and spat out Issumboshi. Issumboshi jumped at the demon and stabbed his ass. The remaining demons were frightened. They ran away in great haste, but one demon, who was left behind, trembled while holding the magic hammer. Do you want me to stab your ass too? Issumboshi asked. Please don't. This is the magic hammer that will grant you a wish. I give it to you, so please spare me. And saying this, he ran off in a hurry. Thank you, Issumboshi. You have saved my life, the princess said. Princess, please wave this magic hammer and make a wish that I may become big, said Issumboshi. The princess waved it and asked, Make Issumboshi become big. And then, suddenly before her eyes, Issumboshi began to grow. He grew into a nice young man. They went back to the palace, and the princess asked the king to let her marry Issumboshi. The princess and Issumboshi then got married, and they invited grandfather and grandmother to live with them in the palace. They lived happily ever after.